Welcome to Master It Monday. I am your host, Maggie Carey. Today, I've got something really exciting to share with you. So, how are you driving traffic to your social and to your website? Are you using the links that are in your bio? This is what we're talking about today on Master It Monday. This is where you are going to take your existing accounts and beef up your bios or your profiles or your about us on your Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google My Business, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. These are places that you can place your website address. Some of them you can connect to other accounts that are on platform, such as Instagram. You can also take this and use it to drive traffic to your website. You can also take your website, drive traffic to your profiles. Whatever platform you're using, you have to make sure that your people find you where you are. And sometimes people prefer using Instagram over Facebook. Sometimes people like using Twitter. How are you taking that information and giving your clients or your prospects a strong call to action so they can find you wherever you are? So, we're going to get started right away. I'm going to share my screen. And what I would love for you to do is if you are finding the information we're sharing today useful, give us a thumbs up. And if you're on YouTube, you know you can go right there and subscribe. Click the bell so you're reminded the next time that we drop a live video or any video, as a matter of fact. So today, let's get on to how you can put links in your bio and why they're important. So, as you know, I'm Maggie Carey with Master It Media. I educate businesses on developing a strong social media presence so that you can develop an audience of raving fans. We don't just want followers, we don't want people to just find us. We want people who love you so much that they cannot stop talking about you. And that's a raving fan. So, when you're creating a post, the first thing that you should be thinking about is why? Why are you creating the post? And what do you want them to do? Do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to comment? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to email you? What's driving you? So remember, in every platform, there is a bio section or an about us section. That's where you want to have this information. And I'm going to show you today exactly where you can find these. So let's take a quick look in here. Where do you want people to go? Where can they find you? Where can they find information about you? And how can they contact you? These are things that should be answered in your bio. Now, here's my personal Facebook account, right? Now, look right here. I'm sharing about my life, my family, my work, my hobbies. But notice right here, masteritmedia.com. All I have to do, people, is to sit there and say www.mywebsite.com, and it will create that link for me automatically, right? So that's one way you can do that. So, make sure that you do that. We have some visitors today. Let's just pop up and say, "What a woman. Hope you are well." Hello, Linda and Trevor. I am doing fantastic. Thank you for joining us today. And if you have any questions, make sure you pop them in the comments below, and I'll make sure I answer those questions for you. So here is Facebook. So on your personal Facebook page, make sure you add that. On your business page, you have to see down here in the lower left, that's you're putting your website. That's your about section. This is where you're given the specific place to put your website. You're also put your phone number. However they can contact you, you want that information sitting on your business page. Now, on Instagram, this is something special I do. Notice here it says my website, masteritmedia.com, and then a / click me. Now, here's the trick with this. Um, Linda, the expert, is telling me that she loves my branding in the background. Thank you. We're all cheering, right? It's all about the cheer. Now, here's the trick with this masteritmedia.com/click me. The reason I do that is often in my Instagram, I will say, click the link in my bio to find out more. Now, there has been some discussion about whether the algorithm punishes you if you put click the link in our bio, because it does take you off platform, right? But this is the thing. There's been a study, Hootsuite did a study and tested this, like actually did a post, didn't use the click me, did a post, put the click the link in my bio. The one that said click the link in my bio got more interaction and did better on platform. So that being said, don't hesitate, but test it out. If you want to test it out, test it out. Make sure it works for you. Now, the reason why I say the /click me, it's a special web page that I have on my site. It's hidden. You can't get there unless you either type it in or you put information in like the /click me, or you click the link in my bio. And yes, that is interesting. I found that out and I was like, oh my gosh, how cool is that? Right. And then it is unexpected. So you you need to look at these things. That's why I share all this stuff on Master It Monday. When I find out something, I'm doing all this research, looking at social media, so you don't have to worry about looking up all this interesting, but it's overwhelming stuff if you run a business that isn't social media, right? So by having a web page that has the click me or something else, what I'm doing is on that page, I'm putting in all of this great stuff about my site, my YouTube channel, my page where I'm teaching workshops, another page that may have other information, like all of these things. And I'll show you my site so you can see what it looks like later on in the presentation. But guys, if you can create your own page, this is where your Instagram can really be valuable, because I know people who change their Instagram link all the time. But here's the problem. If somebody goes to your feed and they look at your profile and they look at maybe a past one, and you had your YouTube channel there, and then now you changed it to be where your workshop is, well, guess what happens? If they click it, they're going to go click the link in my bio and they get to the workshop and they're like, wait a minute, I thought this was supposed to send me to their YouTube channel, right? Do you see? You're making it confusing and you're going to lose a potential client. So make sure that if you can, take those little things and use that click me. And again, I'll show you later on. So don't tune out, because this will be really helpful for us. So that's Instagram business. Now, LinkedIn, this looks a little complicated, so I'm just going to explain here. In my personal profile on LinkedIn, I have a business page, Master It Media. So it's right up on the top in the feed, right? I also have my contact information. So it has my profile and it has my websites, my other companies that I own. This masteritmedia.com is my primary, so of course it's top of the list. You'll also see in my experience that it has my logo. I have a business page. If you do not have a LinkedIn business page for your business, I strongly recommend you create one, because it looks so cool. Look, I got my logo, I've got my business name. If I didn't have a page set up, it would be this boring gray box, and you don't want that, anything boring on your LinkedIn profile. And here is my business page. And as you can see, right up at the top, visit my website. Do you see how building your profiles and your bios are so important to driving traffic to your website? Now, here's my Twitter account. I understand some people say Twitter is dying, Twitter is doing well. It depends on where you are. Look, the bottom line is, I suggest you on these major platforms at least secure your brand. So if somebody's looking for you, they can go, oh, click Master at Media, and it brings me right to my business website, right to my website. Even if I don't have anything on my Twitter page, I'll at least have how to contact me in case somebody searches for me there. Now, Google My Business, extremely important. Again, this is one thing that you should have so people can find you when they do a Google search and it's organic. And if you can go back into our YouTube videos, you can find a great workshop that I did with Michael Trithart, who's a Google My Business expert. And it's a 1 hour well worth your time to teach you a lot of what you need to know on Google My Business. And you can see right here on the lower left, this is my main page. There is my website right there. Well, this is the little calendar where they can schedule an appointment. And right underneath it is my website, both driving traffic. The other thing that you're going to notice is I have my profiles. I have Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So when somebody searches for me and goes to my Google My Business, they can click and go into any of my other profiles. Do you see how we're like driving traffic all over so people can find us? Now, YouTube, I love YouTube. The reason why they make it easy for you because they give you a place where you can put not only your website, but all of your socials. Going back just a sec to Google My Business, you have to be active on these platforms for it to show up because Google's checking it out, and there's a special thing that they do to figure out where your other profiles reside. You can't just put these in, but YouTube allows you to do this, and you can put what you think in whatever order you think you want that on there. So pretty cool. Now, here's what I was mentioning about having a special link in your bio. Why have the special link? As I mentioned, going back and forth in your posts where you say click link in bio, it depends on what you're telling them to do. If it's just to go to your website, sometimes that's not specific enough. And then they got to go to your website and figure out what page and blah, blah. If you make it easy, boom, they're done. That's why having a special link in your bio is good. Some people use Linktree, which is a way you can do it. The reason I don't use it is because I want it to be branded with my website. I want them to go to my website and I want it to have my colors and my branding, right? Um, and that's the big reason why you should have it. You want to drive them to your website immediately, and you want to make it extremely easy. And how can you get one? Well, like I said, you could use Linktree, great. You can also go in and create a page on your website, have your website developer create that special page and make it evergreen. So it has links to all of these important things that you would like to have on your site, right? Like that's where if you make it big enough, it will make it easier. Now we do have a question here. Um, so I don't have visit my website on LinkedIn. I don't like Twitter. I have Google My Business. Okay, so great, Tina. This we're covering all the major platforms today. So use what you see. You should have visit your website on your LinkedIn for sure, right? But if you don't have Twitter, you don't like Twitter, totally fine. Don't use it. But you might want to make sure you have, like I said, secure the account on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, on Twitter, so that you can at least put your website in so that if people are looking for you on Twitter, if that's their platform du jour, they find you. And you can always put a post on the top like, hey guys, you know what? This was something I had an idea that another website expert, Jerry Potter, had mentioned. He's like, look, put a post on the top and just say, I don't really hang out here on Twitter, but go check out my Instagram or go check out my Facebook page. Find us on Facebook. The link is in my bio, right? Like that's the deal. So great. Thank you. I'm glad you found that helpful, Tina. Thanks so much. So those are a few things that I suggest. And what I'd like to share with you is a few things, a few places where I've gone just so you can see now, hopefully it doesn't give me issues because I am streaming on some of the platforms that I mentioned. So, we'll see how this goes. But um, when you're looking at these platforms, there are specific places where you can go. So if you have a question, make sure you pop it in the chat below and I'll make sure to answer it just like I did with Tina. So let's just share this screen and know that, yeah, see, it's giving me some choppiness here. Hopefully this will work out. Um, know that when you're looking at a platform that you're going to get some information that you can find helpful. Look around. You can't hurt it by looking around. So here is my Master It Media page. You can see here that if I go in here, if I go to Maggie Carey to my personal account, it's going to change the look and it's going to look like it would if you visited my page. So that's something important. So let's go back into me and and you can go into your edit page information and edit page information as you can scroll down. I've got my email account, I have my website, right? That's important. So let's go into Instagram. I'm going to close out that one. In Instagram, some things you can do with your phone, some things you can't, right? Here, if I go into edit profile, again, there's that special URL I have. Now, if I go back in here and I click me, this is giving me that special page I was talking about, right? That special page is what is telling people what to do. What's your next step? This is why I love this page. I wish I could remember the person who told me about doing this because I have used it all the time. And you can see here, I often talk about Canva, which is a great design tool. And right here, it clicks them. You can go into there. You can view our upcoming webinars. You can learn how to skyrocket your promotion with our social media management. You can schedule a social media review. You can go to our videos on Facebook and YouTube. You could read our blog. You can find out tools to help you grow your business, and you can learn about advertising on our sister business. These are all places where you can go. If I say, click a link in my bio, which I often do on my YouTube post, I'll say, click a link in the bio. They can now go, like you can see here, right? I put a link here, but I can't click it. And I did this intentionally because here I am. I can't click it. I cannot click anything. I don't have over 10,000 followers. If I did, this would be linkable. I don't. I'm stuck. So if I just said, click the link in my bio, then I would have had, see, like click the link in our bio and pop over to Facebook or YouTube. I'm telling them what to do once they get here. So that's a way to do that. The other thing that you can look is, and this was what I mentioned with Twitter. Here, edit your profile. You're going to see these sitting there, right? And there's my website. It gives it to me right there. Google My Business, as I mentioned, here's my Google My Business. I search Master It Media on Google. I find out what's going on here. As you can scroll down, you see my posts that I make on, and you can see my links to my other platforms. And these all link to my various other social media outlets, but I also have appointments where they can go to. And you can see here, I can edit my business information right here. The beauty of this, now you can't see this because I'm right here, but request a quote, boom. All I got to do is click on that. You can change this to say something else. There's other options. So remember, Google My Business, great way to promote your business. LinkedIn, as I mentioned, here is, my contact information. I can go in here and I can edit. You see, this is my business page on LinkedIn, different from your personal profile. This should be, who you are, what you do, And again, if you scroll down, another link to my business page, right? All over the place. Make sure wherever they are, they're finding you. And when you edit, and I'm clicking that little pencil icon here, and I can even put my pronouns here. This is where you can, do this, which is where people are stating whether this is something new. So make that a social media post pretty soon. And here are, my website profile, URL, websites, phone number, email, Twitter, web ID chat, tons of places where you can put that in. Now, this is my business page. Okay. So personal profile LinkedIn, business page LinkedIn. And as you can see here, again, edit my page. If I go in here, I have a place for my URL. I can put down information about myself, right? You want to make sure that you are giving people the information they need to learn more about you. And of course, YouTube, right? Here is where you can go in and you can see this right up on the top here. Remember, I showed you where you can edit this. These are where you can put your website. I've got my Facebook page, I've got my Instagram, I've got my Google My Business page, and I have LinkedIn. All of these why do I do all of this? Why do I spend so much time setting these things up? The secret is because it works. This is where people will find you and be able to buy from you or learn more about you or schedule a free consultation, whatever they need to do. You need to have strong calls to actions in your social media. Why? Because I want you to skyrocket your social media posts. I want your posts to have value. You spend time creating these posts, make sure that you are using everything you can get. Everything I mentioned today, everything about going to these sites and putting in this information, they're all free. Your LinkedIn business page is one of the biggest questions I get. Does it cost to have a LinkedIn business page? No, it doesn't. It's free. Why wouldn't you? Um, you know, um, uh, Tina asked, I just set up my YT different sites. What's YT? Am I missing? Oh, YouTube. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Also put a calendar. Awesome. Like I love when I hear that people take what we're doing and apply it right away. I make these as easy. Thank you. I make this information easy for you to implement into your business because I want you to actually do it. I don't want to just pontificate on, oh, do this because of that and blah, blah, blah. No, I want you guys to find out. I want you to really use the platforms so that you can drive business. That's how I help people with Master It Media. I also have a product called Teleprompter, and Teleprompter is a weekly email coaching for social media. So if you're struggling with your social media and you need somebody to help you once a week to give you suggestions to help make this whole process of keeping things in check, sign up for Teleprompter. It's a monthly subscription with weekly emails that go out every Wednesday so you can build content for the upcoming week. And it's specifically designed to help you with the upcoming week, not just this, oh, well, whatever it is, right? Like it is specifically designed to help you get the most out of your upcoming week with all those fun hashtags that come out and things like that. You can follow us on Instagram. Of course, our amazing YouTube channel has over 100 videos and growing. And if you connect with me on LinkedIn, it's one of the things I love to do is to build my LinkedIn. Well, that is our Master It Monday for today about how you can use the bios in your social media profiles to really drive traffic to your website and to other social media platforms. If you found today's workshop helpful, please make sure Thank you, Tina. Please make sure that you reach out to me, Maggie Carey. Let us know if you have any suggestions for upcoming content. I love it when you leave comments below. So, and if you found this helpful today, refer a friend to come over and watch this video on the replay. I go back and I answer any questions that come up after the show is over. But as always, I'm here to help you take the commotion out of your promotion. Have a